What is up guys, Jeremy here and welcome back to another video. So I'm going to show you guys some incredibly cool stuff on iOS 14, some tricks and some shortcuts that you might not have ever heard of. Now for the past couple of months I've been covering a ton of crazy stuff you can do on iOS 14 with shortcuts and other various things. I will mention this is going to be just a brief summary of some of this stuff. If you guys want the full details and the full step-by-step guide, be sure to check out the links in the description. I do have dedicated videos for some of these tricks down there. Some of them do require a bit of setting up and file movements and a bunch of other stuff. So like I said, this is going to be just a brief summary. I don't want this to be an hour-long video. So if you guys want more details in anything in specific, check out the links in the description. But the first trick I got for you guys is for custom icons. Now, custom icons has been a big feature of iOS 14, but there are some annoyances with that, especially if you're on 14.4 and up on the iPhone, as there's kind of redirects, there's banners or notifications. So using a custom icon is kind of an annoyance, but if you do this trick, you can have a fully custom icon with no notifications and no banners. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into shortcuts here. Now I have two automations set up here. I have when any of these 93 apps are opened, they are going to set assistive touch. And then the other one is when any of these 93 apps are open, it's going to do a random number. Now, like I said, I have a video for full details on this trick down below if you guys want to see it step by step. But the next thing we do here is in settings, if we go to screen time and go to see all activity and swipe down, and then we expand this, as you guys can see, the shortcuts is there, but you can't click on it. The trick for that is to just swipe across there. And now you can turn off the notifications. But like I said, with the notifications off, you still need these two automations in place so you don't get the banner. Now what I'm going to do is quickly create a custom icon. So we'll go into scripting, open app. We'll choose the application we want to open. I'll just do the App Store, for example. Click the three dots in the upper right, add to home screen, choose the icon or the file. I'm already in some icons here, so we'll just choose one at random here. Guess we could do that one. And then I'm going to clear the name so that the icon has no name. I'm going to click add, and now we have added that to the home screen. So I'm going to click done, cancel the shortcut. We don't need to save it. Now when I exit, you guys will see I have a custom icon, and when I launch the App Store, there is no redirect, there is no banner, there is no notification. It just opens like a standalone application, and this is a really cool trick to know of if you guys are into custom icons on iOS 14. The next trick is another shortcut, and it's called Homescreen Creator. Again, I've done a whole dedicated video on this, but it might be kind of hard to tell right now, but on this wallpaper, I do have some shadows that are applied below the icons to give them a 3D effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create one. So you can see the one that I'm using is right here. You can see the shadows and the dock are on the wallpaper, but I'm going to do it to a very bright wallpaper so you guys can see the effect to the fullest. So I'm going to go to my shortcuts and I'm going to go, I have a lot, I know. I've covered a ton of this stuff, so we'll go to Homescreen Creator. I have the 12 Pro Max. And if you guys are subscribers and you guys recognize this and have used it, a little bit of news, the developer is creating and working on a newer version. So that is super exciting to hear. Excited to see what he has in stores for us in a new update. But we're going to select on this very bright white application, or wallpaper, sorry. And then you get some options here. You can hide the notch. You can have a card and a dock. A card, I'm going to do no to both of those, and we'll click on done. Of course, if you guys are customizing your own wallpaper, you can do whatever you want. Now it does open us into our Files application, and you will have to install Files to do this. But I'm just going to select the one that matches my layout, the two widgets at the top, and then the rest of the icons. So I'm going to go ahead and select on the shadows. And then do I want to add a dock? Sure, I'll do a dark mode dock because it looks cool. And there you go. You get a preview of what the wallpaper is going to look like. I'm going to go ahead and click on done. And then I'm going to save it to my photos. Now when I go out and go back into my photos, you guys can see there it is with the shadows. So I'm just going to use as wallpaper. Make sure you pinch it so that it all lines up. I'm going to set for my home screen. And now when I exit, As you guys can see, they have a really cool looking 3D effect. That shadow below the icon, I think it makes it look really, really cool. You have the shadows below the widgets there, also the custom dock there. Very cool trick to know about on iOS 14. Another neat trick is automatic low power mode. I actually did a video for this recently because I didn't know about it, and now that I know of it, I'm always going to use it. So basically you can choose what percent battery your low power mode will automatically turn on. So what we're going to do is go into shortcuts. We're going to go to automation. I'm going to click plus, and then we're going to create a personal automation. I'm going to swipe down until you see battery level. Select on battery level, and now this is going to allow you to choose which percent you want low power mode to turn on at. So I'm just going to say 15%. So once my battery hits 15%, we will have it enable low power mode. So to do this, we'll just search for low, and you should see set low power mode. We'll click on next. We're going to turn off ask before running because we want this to be completely automatic in the background. We don't want to get a pop-up. We'll click done, and that's all we had to do. So now when our iPhone hits 15%, it's going to automatically go into low power mode. And what's cool is when you start charging your iPhone back up, once it reaches a certain percentage, it will shut off automatically as well. So this allows you to run low power mode in the background, and you don't even have to think about it. Super cool trick on iOS 14. Okay, going along with the automatic low power mode, another cool one is automatic low power mode when you are sleeping. Now, to set up your sleep schedule, I believe is in settings somewhere here. I forget where it is, but setting up your sleep is in settings here. But like I said, I'm going to show you guys how to automate that. So we go into shortcuts, we click plus, create personal automation. We'll do sleep, and then when bedtime begins, we're going to click next, add action, scripting, and then actually no, not scripting. We'll do low power mode. So set low power mode, and it's set to on. So we'll click next, turn that off, don't ask, done. So now that when our bedtime begins at night, I believe I have mine set up for 11 o'clock at night, it will go into low power mode, which is good for your iPhone to be in overnight. Now we also want it to come out of low power mode when we wake up in the morning. So again, we're going to create another automation for sleep, and then waking up. We'll click next, add action, we'll search low power mode again, and this one will set to off just by clicking on it. Click next, turn it off, don't ask, done. And now when our bedtime begins, it goes into low power mode, and then when our bedtime stops, it comes out of low power mode. Very cool trick to know. Now, I don't know why so many of these have to do with bedtime, but here's another cool one, and this has nothing to do with shortcuts. So if any of you are into watching YouTube videos before bed and you have the problem of falling asleep while the video is playing, and then you wake up at 4 a.m. and your screen is burning hot and your battery is dying, this is a trick for you. Now, this doesn't work just for only YouTube. This works for any media on your iPhone, music or background noise or a podcast or basically anything you can think of that's going to play media that be audio or video. So this works either way. Now I'm just going to show a YouTube video, for example. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the stock clock application, and you want to go to when timer ends. Now normally this is just a ringtone, and you use your timer as a timer and it will activate a ringtone. But if you go to the bottom and you select on stop playing, it will stop media from playing. But not only stop playing, it will also lock your iPhone. It will go to the lock screen and it will shut the screen off as well, which is really neat. So just make sure you select on stop playing, click on set. Now I'm going to set a timer for 1 minute. So in 1 minute, it's going to shut down all media and lock my iPhone. Now when I exit out of the clock, like I said, we're going to do a YouTube video. For example, make sure I got my volume turned down here. And we'll just wait for the ads to go away here. And a couple seconds. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and speed this part up so you guys aren't waiting, but you will notice that after 1 minute, my iPhone will lock automatically and shut down. So there you go. As you can see, my iPhone automatically locked. It shut the video off, it shut the audio off, and now we are on the lock screen. And that is a really cool trick to know. Like I said, if you guys like to go to bed to YouTube videos or music or any kind of media playing, this will really allow you to save your screen every night. Very cool trick. And lastly, I have easy weather. Now, I have done a lot of coverage on this. It's very, very advanced once you dive into it and see what it's all about. But basically what this shortcut does is it compiles a bunch of information and it will place it on your wallpaper. And this can be, you know, items from a battery indicator, your battery percentage, the weather conditions, an icon for the weather, your location, a whole bunch of information. You can customize the text and the images, basically everything to it. And it sets it as a wallpaper automatically, and it is called Easy Weather. And for those of you that do follow these videos on my channel, don't worry, I will be doing your weather here very soon. I am playing around with that one. Pretty cool. But like I said, this is Easy Weather. So all I'm going to do is run the shortcut and you guys will see that it's going to automatically place a wallpaper on my iPhone. Now I'm just going to go to edit mode so I can swipe to a blank page so you can see this happen in real time. So there you go. So it did change the wallpaper. Now I'm just going to throw this icon up here so I can show you what it looks like. So with this certain setup that I'm running, and like I said, you can change the setups. I do have the battery percentage in the upper right, and then just some simple information down here where it says, hello, your current weather conditions, blah, blah, blah. It tells you the weather conditions, the high and the low for the day. Like I said, this is done with Easy Weather, and all of this stuff that's displayed is customizable. Like I said, I would recommend you guys to check out my Easy Weather guide videos. I've done a simple step-by-step beginner guide, and I've also done a very advanced guide if you guys want to create these on your own. Video link is down in the description. Now, just for fun, I do actually want to switch Easy Weather to another theme just to show you guys how cool it is. So just like I said, if you guys want to see how this works entirely, check out the guide I did, but we're going to change the home screen theme. I'm going to show you guys how quickly I can do that on my iPhone. So we just need to navigate to the correct files on our iPhone, and then we can change the home screen theme. Let's just go ahead and do, I guess this one here. We'll select the file. So we just changed the theme of Easy Weather. Now I'm going to run the shortcut, and you guys will see that my wallpaper for my home screen will change again. And like I said, this is actually 100% automatable as well. So you can have this automated to run throughout the day, like every hour or every other hour. So that way it's continuously updating your weather information throughout the day. It doesn't impact battery, so don't worry about that. But just a really cool shortcut to have on iOS 14. So there you go, guys. Those are some of the coolest tricks and shortcuts that I have done on iOS 14 to date. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely throw a thumbs up. That lets me know that you guys really do like this type of content. Also, like I said, check out the description. There's a whole bunch of stuff to discover there. But this has been Jeremy, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.